screams like crazy when she first enters the bridal chamber. Little did she know that her husband was a half-man, half-snake monster. She lounged on the bed and looked at Annie with excitement, but her mouth was wide open and she couldn't speak. She fled like a madwoman, but she was stopped by her mother-in-law, Kiwa. Annie kept begging for her to be let go, but Trish wouldn't have it. "You are my daughter-in-law, who I bought for $100. She called the old man and pushed Annie into her son's room and locked the door behind her. Annie was so desperate. Who could understand? She cried and fell asleep. At that moment, her brother's snake, hundreds of meters away, crawled out again, stretching out its tail and gently stroking Annie. Awakened, Annie continued to scream. The snake became more and more excited at the sound of Anne's screams. The snake's tail twitches and twitches as it tries to have its way with her. Annie grabbed a mouse trap and smashed it against the snake's tail. Inadvertently retreating to a small room, he found an iron bar and pried the window open. He managed to get out, but the snake was still in pursuit. Annie ran as fast as she could. Finally, she reached the village chief, and the snake came after her. The people scattered in fear. 2 villagers tried to fight back, but the snake was killed on the spot. The mayor grabbed a torch to scare the demon away. The next morning, Annie was a frightened bird. The slightest movement made her feel very frightened. The mayor took pity on the poor girl. On the other hand, the old lady came with a mouse to soothe her son's broken heart. But the snake demon had been single for 40 years. And was in no mood to have a wife who had run away. He could only take it out on the mouse. Just as Kiwa and her husband were arguing about whether they were spending $100, there was a knock at the door. They opened the door and saw that it was Annie who had run away last night. The couple were stunned and didn't understand what Annie was selling. Annie didn't say much but said she wouldn't run away again. Late at night, she brought a tub of milk. When no one was around, she put a little mystery liquid in it. She placed the milk next to the snake's hole. Soon the snake demon came out and drank all the milk. By now he had also found Annie. He was about to have his fill of milk and go to Annie to talk to her. Suddenly his body glowed bright red. In a few moments, he collapsed. Annie smiled with satisfaction and opened the bolt, like she was expecting something. Soon a handsome, fierce man pushed his way in. Annie fell in love with her at first sight. He was so in love with her. He was stroking her chest. "That's the perfect groom for me. The mayor was right about me." It turned out that just yesterday the mayor had given her a bottle of mysterious liquid. He told her that the snake demon was originally a human. It was only because of a curse that she became like this. Back then, a snake demon took a liking to Kiwa. He became his own body and followed her around. When she got married, the big snake came to join in the fun, but he was almost killed. But when she became pregnant, the snake felt that it had lost hope. Suddenly he bit her. After that, her baby became a snake demon. The village chief told Annie that if she could remove the snake's curse, and you'll be rich and famous. The next day, Annie appeared in front of the couple with a bright red face. The couple were really confused. They couldn't understand how Annie was communicating with their son. Trish asked Annie to bring her son breakfast. Annie was scared because she knew that the snake demon was no longer handsome at this moment. As soon as she entered the house, she was tightly wrapped up in the snake demon. He knew that the woman who had changed his body was up to no good. He wanted to kill Annie, but at the moment of truth, the drug in his system kicked in again, and he passed out. That day Annie secretly burned a snake's skin. When Trish saw it, and the discolored milk, as nervous expression made her suspicious. He thought Annie must be trying to kill her son. Once inside, Annie did what she had done. The milk was spiked to attract the snake demon to drink it. After he turned into a handsome man, the two of them naturally embraced each other. As they were about to take the next step, Trish, who had been watching him, came rushing in. The couple had never seen their son in this state before. They thought she had found a wild man. Trish shouted at Annie, "How can you live with my $100? Annie had no choice but to tell them the truth. The couple couldn't believe it when they heard it. The snake man, who had run away, had turned into his body and was caught by the villagers. They beat him up like a monster. The village chief came and shot a needle to silence the snake. He dispatched the villagers. He told the snake's father that tonight was the night of the full moon. He had a way to free the snake demon from the curse once and for all. The family waited until nightfall. The village chief saw that the moon was about to be full. They set the snake demon free. The mayor gave him a sip of the mysterious liquid. With the sound of the spell, the snake demon woke up, but the newly awakened snake was in a state of rage. Annie stood in front of him and calmed him down, but no amount of reassurance could calm him. The drug in the snake's system began to take effect. At the last moment, when it was about to be removed, he took a bite out of Annie. The snake fell to the ground and became completely human, but as body began to change, she took on the form of the snake, until she finally became a snake. Two people who loved each other could never really be together.